This video contains slight spoilers for The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. I tried to stay away from spoilers, but some spoilers may shine through, mostly gameplay wise. If you're all okay with this, let's get straight into the video. The Legend of Zelda the Wind Waker. Why is it one of the greatest Zelda games of all time? So many people love this game, and I absolutely love this game as well. But it didn't always start like this. Originally being released in 2002, the game was originally thought to be a cheapy knockoff ripoff to a better Zelda game, and slowly over time this game has grown on so many people. Now, what made it grow on so many people? This game as a whole looks absolutely beautiful. The art style itself really allows it to stand out with different games. If you look at a game from 2002 and then you compare it to this game, you're going to notice a difference. This game has the nicest art style in the world that you really think, game from 2002 and the game from the Wii U era, they look pretty close, but overall you can notice a difference because it's aged 10 years ago. Anyways, overall the game looks absolutely beautiful. Even from 10 years ago, when the game was remastered on the Wii U, this game looks super beautiful. Now, overall, the story in the game is really amazing. You're pretty much set into a path that you understand what happened with the hero of time saving the world. And you get thrusted into the adventure with pretty much not knowing anything until you just run around your little island. You're figuring out what is going on with the island, and you really want to experience how it's like island lifestyle. So yeah, that's what you do. You do all your island stuff, and it really brings it all together when you're like, so there's a tree blocking the path on some random hill. So how do I get my sword then? I know we're playing The Legend of Zelda, but where am I going to get a sword? Is it like Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom? Is it like Ocarina of Time? Who knows? But anyways, you're going exploring and you're adventuring and you're like, how do I get my sword? I need to get my sword. Eventually, you figure out the trigger for the event of getting your sword, and you're like, giant birdie. Okay. So anyways, your sister gives you a random telescope, and you're like, telescope? What do I do with this? She tells you look at the mailbox. You look at the mailbox. With the motion controls itself is really interesting because you're like, alright, I'm moving my gamepad all around. Really cool. Now, yeah, this game is such an amazing game when it comes to unique features, if you know what I mean. But anyways, after that, you are told to look at a birdie, and this is where the real adventure actually begins. The whole Zelda timeline gets thrusted together, and you finally figure out, this is what's going on. The giant birdie's a bad guy, and wait, what is that? There's some weird looking pirate looking thing. Pirate girl's back. So anyway, she falls through very far. I'm surprised she didn't get hurt, but anyways, you gotta go and get your sword. So you're like telling me, give me my sword, give me my sword. You get the sword, and you're finally free to do what you want. You always wanted to go and save the pirate princess, right? Pirate princess, that's probably the name. So you finally do that. You do all of this stuff. They tell you, hey, you gotta come with us because we gotta go and save your sister because your sister gets kidnapped by a bird off a random bridge because she wanted to cross the bridge with a hole in the bridge so that the bird can kidnap her. Anyway, she brings the bird brings her to the Fortress of Solitude because it's very lonely. Anyways, I don't know, I'm not really part of the lore, but anyways, you get thrusted into being the pirate captain, so the pirates bring you along. You get your grandma's shield, which is the beautiful shield of the hero of the Wind Waker. Now, very convenient hero shield. This thing is absolutely amazing. It looks great too. So after all of that, you're finally going off to saving your sister. You got to do the entire first dungeon, which is essentially just the Fortress of Solitude. Yep, that's the one. Fortress of Solitude. And after all of that, you get thrusted into the ocean because the birdie was being bad and knocked you away. So then some random sailboat goes to save you. Overall, a really strange story, but trust me, this game is absolutely amazing. You know how good The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker is. The boat saves you. You get put into an island, a beautiful island of, what's this island called? I forget what the name's called. Anyways, you get to the island, you gotta go and get the sail for your boat so you can go and sail the 7 seas. After you do all that, the game opens up and you finally feel the wrath of the power of the Wind Waker. You're there, you're exploring the 7 seas, you feel like you're playing rap, but actually better, because this game came out before it and it's just so much better. Anyways, you're tasked to the opportunity to go and explore islands and going to explore different kind of dungeons and get different items. But overall, it's such a glustering feeling because you're really like, ooh, okay, so I can explore here, here, here. You can jump out and swim. You can get a whole bunch of stuff that links the story together. And overall, let me tell you, this story is absolutely amazing, by the way. Not only do you get to go to the absolute greatest, arguably the greatest island in The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Let's just go straight to it right here. Alright, not only do you get to come here, but do you know what this island is called? That's right, it's Dragon Roost Island, with arguably the best sound in any Legend of Zelda game. Because this music is just such good music. It really throws you off topic because, like, you're actually there to go and get one of those weird glowy red orb thingies that you need to get the Master Sword. I think it's the Pendant of Power. You have to go and get all the different pendants and stuff. Anyways, once you do, you finally get to go and get the other 2. But after you do that, after you do the first 3 dungeons, you're finally free, even more free, to explore the entire ocean. And let me tell you, it's not a very small ocean. This ocean can take a long time to traverse. So what you really need is to get a new sail. And to get a new sail, you actually do get to go and traverse the 7 seas to find out a new sail. The game doesn't really tell you where all the different items are. You're there to figure out what it is. There's one island that's like a Volcano Manor island that is really, really interesting because you have to go and get a specific item so you can, get rid of the lava in the Volcano Manor island. There we go, that's the one volcano there. Now, there's a lot of different things, and it's quite a surprise when you see the shock of getting the Master Sword. The story is really, really well put together, that you never really noticed that this would happen. Once you get all the pendants and stuff, probably going way too far off topic, but once you get all the pendants, Zelda finally shows herself. And it's not in the way that you would have think. It's in the way that you read the entire story, like pretty much all the time. It's such a good game. If you haven't played The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, I would highly suggest play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, and hopefully that we get it on the Nintendo Switch, because this is probably the most hyped game to come to the Nintendo Switch. But Nintendo decided it'd be a great idea not to even announce it, so we're not getting The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. Yeah, anyways, what do you think about The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker? Do you think that the story is good? Do you think that all the little gimmicks and stuff inside the game is amazing? Or do you think this game is good, but like it's not the best Legend of Zelda game? It feels a little bit outdated. It feels like just like not my thing anymore. I don't know. What do you think about The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker? Personally, I absolutely love this game. It's like my top 3. It's in my top 3 favorite Legend of Zelda games. So, yeah. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And I hope to see you in the next one. Yeah, have a fantastic day.